you there was one rule that could help you achieve anything. So it doesn't matter what size or type of goal this rule has never failed me. Hi everyone, welcome back to Trees and Turtles. I'm Imogen. In this video I'll be sharing what to do to achieve any goal, so stick around for that. In today's video we're going to be exploring, like I said, how you can achieve any goal. Over time I noticed a pattern in my achievements, one key thing that all my failures lacked, that all my successes had. And I also noticed that no matter how big the goal is, if you do this it becomes achievable, and it's just 3 words: break it down. Now this sounds deceptively simple and it's not even really a secret, but people honestly forget to do it. Small goals are easy to handle by splitting them into subtasks, but with big goals it can seem overwhelming and hard to know where to start. So breaking it down is actually quite an art and it takes a lot of practice. So think about what you need to do very broadly initially for large tasks. So which steps you need to take, then break those steps down into even smaller steps and repeat this process until you end up with steps so manageable that it's easy to start. So essentially what you need to do is take your goal. Your goal's probably going to be very general. Then you need to get specific about it. You need to add numbers basically, say what you want to do, how many, when, and those things will help you be specific with the goal, but then it's still very big, so you need to break it down. You need to say, okay, what do I need to do to make this goal happen? And some of those steps are going to be bigger steps than others, and okay, great, now maybe you have 10 big steps. Now you need to break down each of those 10 big steps into a smaller step, and maybe each of those 10 steps has 10 steps of its own, so now you have 100 steps, but they're all actually manageable rather than your 10 big steps that you started with. So now you can start on step 1, and then you can do step 2, and eventually you're going to build up to step 100, whereas if you tried to start doing step 1 through 10, when they were 10 bigger steps, then you're just going to get discouraged because it's confusing and you feel overwhelmed. So it's fine to talk about this in the abstract, but let's look at an example. So our goal is to buy a house. Now, a quick disclaimer, I have never bought a house, but this is basically an example of how we're going to break down the goal, because I would like to buy a house. So let's get some broad steps. So we need to save money, right? Houses need money to buy. Then we need to find a location, we need to find a house, and we need to make an offer. Those are 4 big steps. You can't just do them all at once. So hence we have to break down our bigger steps into smaller steps. So let's pick a starting point. This goal is save money. So let's think about how we can save money. So we can assess our current savings and income, find out what extra costs are associated with the house, because there are going to be some, and figure out how much it will cost for each stage, because obviously buying a house has several stages, many stages, as I'm sure my friends who have, or parents' friends who have bought houses can attest. There are many stages. Find out how much it will cost for each stage and find out how much you could borrow, because let's be real, we're going to have to borrow some money to buy this house. So this is just an example, but you can see how a huge goal gradually becomes more manageable when you break it down. You can log into your bank account and see how much savings you have, or maybe I should say how many savings you have, I'm not sure. Anyway, you can log into your bank account. That's a step towards buying a house. Congratulations, you're already started on it. So the point is that if you just had the goal save money, it's just like, where do I start? But when you start breaking it down, you actually see that you can have a to-do list of smaller tasks that then you can tick off, you feel good about yourself, and you're moving towards the goal. You see how the huge goal gradually becomes manageable when you break it down. And honestly, you can apply this to anything in life. So you have these huge goals, but you can have even smaller goals. And honestly, sometimes even small goals, you need to break them down into tiny baby steps. So I will be talking a lot more about this on my channel eventually, but I've struggled a lot with mental health. And sometimes when you're in like a depressive episode, or you're just in a bad mental health episode, sometimes even small tasks can seem Herculean. So when you break a goal down, you know, I need to do my laundry. What does that mean? It means I need to collect all of my clothes together. I need to decide which ones are dirty, which ones are clean. And I need to find a bag to take my laundry to the laundry place where it is going to be done. And then I need to find some soap, some detergent. I need to put those in the machine. I need to find a time to go there also, because I am busy gal. And I need to make sure to check on the washing when it is done so I can transfer it to the line or tumble dryer, I hope, because like I said, I'm a busy gal. And then So you see, even with a seemingly small task, you know, most people would just do the laundry, but, you know, even with a small task or a huge task, it becomes a lot more manageable when you break it down. So I'm going to challenge you today. You have a goal. I'm assuming that you have more than one goal, probably, that you've been putting off, that you haven't started, because it just feels overwhelming. And, you know, you've probably heard about break it down in theory, but you haven't necessarily thought about what it means in practice. This is what it means in practice, okay? So I would like you to take your one goal, comment below which goal it was also, and what steps you broke it down into, and yeah, break those down and start one step today. Tell me what step it was, because we love to see people making progress towards their goals, and honestly, I'm just super curious about what everybody's goals are, so if you could share those in the comments, that would be great. Thank you so much. Okay, that's all for this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment your thoughts down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you get notified when I post every Monday, which I do. I'm Imogen, this has been Trees and Turtles. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. Bye!